Understanding emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is a form of psychological influence that seeks to exploit another person's emotions to gain control or power. Unlike honest communication, manipulation is often subtle and deceptive. It is used to make the victim feel guilty, confused, or unsure of their own perception. Being able to recognize emotional manipulation early can protect you from toxic relationships and preserve your mental well-being. Common tactics of emotional manipulators: guilt tripping. One of the most recognizable forms of emotional manipulation is guilt tripping. A manipulator may make you feel responsible for their unhappiness or misfortune. For example, if you set a boundary, they might say things like, "I guess I just don't matter to you," in an attempt to make you feel selfish or uncaring. Over time, this tactic erodes your confidence and makes you more likely to give in to their demands. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone causes you to question your reality or memory. They may deny things they said or did, even if you remember them clearly. The goal is to make you doubt your perceptions, which puts you in a more vulnerable and controllable position. Phrases like, "you're too sensitive," or "that never happened," are common indicators. Passive aggressiveness. Instead of communicating directly, manipulators often express anger or frustration through sarcasm, silent treatment, or backhanded compliments. This form of behavior keeps you guessing and creates emotional instability, which allows them to maintain control while avoiding direct confrontation. At the beginning of a relationship, some manipulators will overwhelm you with affection, attention, and praise. This can create a false sense of security and emotional dependence. Once you are emotionally invested, they may gradually shift toward controlling or demeaning behavior. The contrast between the initial kindness and later abuse can make it difficult to recognize the manipulation. Early warning signs to look out for: you feel constantly guilty or anxious. If you often feel like you are walking on eggshells or constantly apologizing, this could be a sign of emotional manipulation. Healthy relationships allow room for mistakes and growth, whereas manipulators thrive on making you feel perpetually wrong or inadequate. Your boundaries are not respected. Manipulators tend to ignore or push past your boundaries. If someone consistently overrides your limits, whether emotional, physical, or mental, this is a red flag. They may pretend to misunderstand your requests or accuse you of being unreasonable. Their words do not match their actions. Manipulators are often skilled at saying the right things, but rarely follow through. They may make promises they have no intention of keeping or pretend to support you while undermining you in subtle ways. Inconsistency between their words and actions should raise concern. You begin to doubt yourself. A major goal of emotional manipulation is to lower your self-esteem and confidence. If you begin to second-guess your decisions, question your worth, or feel like you cannot do anything right in the relationship, it is important to examine why. Often, these feelings are a direct result of manipulative behavior. How to protect yourself. Trust your instincts. Your gut often senses when something is off before your mind catches up. If you feel emotionally drained, confused, or unsettled around someone, take a step back and assess the situation objectively. Set and maintain clear boundaries. Establishing firm boundaries is essential. Clearly communicate what is acceptable and what is not, and be prepared to enforce those limits. If someone repeatedly violates your boundaries, it may be time to reconsider the relationship. Seek outside perspective. Manipulators often try to isolate you from others. Talking to trusted friends, family, or a therapist can provide clarity and help you validate your feelings. An outside perspective can break the emotional fog that manipulators create. Document your experiences. Keeping a journal of specific interactions can help you see patterns more clearly. It is especially useful in recognizing gaslighting, as manipulators often rely on your forgetfulness or emotional confusion. Emotional manipulation is harmful and can be difficult to identify, especially in the early stages. By learning the signs and staying in tune with your emotions, you can spot manipulation before it takes root. Awareness is your strongest defense. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and value your well-being. Your emotional health is worth protecting.